Welcome to another video, my beloved geeks. Today we will be talking about an action Isekai anime series called The World's Finest Assassin Gets Reincarnated in Another World as an Aristocrat. Watch out for spoilers and let's jump right into it. The story begins with a human auction, where young girls are being sold off to wealthy old men under the watchful eye of Marquis Collide. Under the kingdom's command, Lugh Tuatha Dé began to investigate Marquis Collide with the help of the mage Diavacorn, his assistant Tart, and his intelligent sister Maha. Dia and Tart, who had infiltrated the auction under the guise of a slave and a maid, started killing the auction's attendees and set the enslaved girls free. After that, Marquis Collide tried to run away and save herself, but Lugh and Maha managed to locate and snipe her from afar. A flashback of Lugh's previous life as the greatest assassin in his former world is shown, where he was taking out members of a crime syndicate along with his rookie assistant. After killing the targets, the assassin decided to depart. As they tried to escape, the assassin and the rookie were intercepted by a drone, forcing them to improvise to avoid it. As the day broke, he contacted the organization and announced his intent to retire and become a mentor to future assassins in Japan. Using fake passports, the assassin and the rookie reached a nearby airport and took a flight to Japan. Unfortunately, the organization had planted a mine in the cockpit, resulting in the assassin realizing that he had been set up. He initially attempted to save himself, but the flight was shot down by a military fighter jet. After dying, he encounters a goddess that presents him with two choices. First, to be reborn as a completely different person, and second, to accept her request and be reborn as an assassin with his memories intact in order to assassinate a hero. The assassin agreed to kill the hero simply because he wanted to experience the happiness he could not have in his previous life due to him suppressing his emotions. The goddess allowed him to choose special powers and abilities but warned him that he only had 18 years after his birth to kill the hero before the hero brought chaos into the new world. She also told him that there was a slim possibility that he could save the world without actually having to kill the hero. He is then reborn as a child named Lugh of the Tuatha Dé family, a noble household of assassins. As Lugh begins his new life, he becomes an expert hunter by using extensive knowledge of his past life. Later, his father examines his physical growth and concludes that Lugh is ready for a special surgery that will give him the ability to perceive magic in a person or an environment. Lugh successfully obtains the mystical eyes passed down from the Tuatha Dé family, and his father promises to teach Lugh how to perform the surgery when the time comes. He also finds a magic teacher for Lugh named Diavacorn. In an attempt to measure Lugh's magical potential, Dia gives him a Far Stone, a special gemstone that can measure a person's magic capacity. Lugh ends up pouring his massive mana energy into the stone, leading the precious Far Stone to explode. This gives Lugh the idea of using Far Stones as makeshift grenades. Over the following weeks, Dia and Lugh become emotionally attached to each other. Lugh proves to be an exceptionally fast learner, not only learning how to synthesize metals but also how to create weapons. Lugh deciphers the magic incantation and even alters them to create gold, much to Dia's surprise. He and Dia even learn how to create new spells together, and on their last night together, he gives her a titanium knife as thanks for being his teacher, while she gives him her personal Far Stone. As Dia departs, Lugh's father decides that it is time for Lugh to assassinate someone for the first time while explaining the methods of the House of Tuatha Dé. His victim is a woman guilty of multiple crimes who tries to plead innocence, but Lugh kills her painlessly, knowing that the woman is lying. Later, using his mana vision, Lugh attempts to find someone who can be both his personal servant and his assistant during assassinations, but fails to find one because people with magic skills are usually nobles. Eventually, Lugh finds such a person in the form of Tart, a girl from a poor background who had made her way to the Tuatha Dé region in hopes of a better life. After rescuing her from a pack of wolves, Lugh brings Tart to his home and gets permission from his father to train her as an assassin. He simply applied the same training method he learned from his father and continued observing the physical growth of Tart like his father used to do with him. Lugh also finds that his encounter with Tart was no coincidence, as the goddess appeared in Tart's dream and told her to reach the Tuatha Dé region. Upon reaching the age of 12, Lugh finds that Tart has become skilled in spear fighting but has trouble using smaller weapons like knives. Lugh creates a special retractable spear that Tart can hide beneath her clothes to solve this problem. With a good weapon at her disposal, Lugh believes Tart has become a valuable asset in his mission to kill the hero. Lugh has produced a large collection of Far Stones thanks to the spells Dia taught him. He reports to his father, revealing that he has been observing Tart all this time and can confidently say that she is not a spy from a rival region. Even so, he does admit it's a coincidence that Tart, a person with incredibly high magic potential, just happened to wander into Tuatha Dé territory. Lugh's father tells him that it's time for Lugh to face him in combat in order to prove that he is ready to perform assassinations. Despite Lugh's youth and experience from his previous life, Kian proves to be a formidable opponent, and Lugh only beats him by risking his own life. After that, Lugh joins Kiin in performing assassinations, and Kiin tells him that in order to facilitate his work, Lugh will have to assume a fake identity as a member of the Balor trading family. Kiin holds a party to celebrate Lugh's ascension as heir to the house of Tuatha Dé. Rona, a branch family member, disagrees with the decision and challenges Lugh to a duel, but he is easily defeated. Even so, Lugh gifts him with a special sword so that Rona can continue his training as a knight. The next morning, Lugh and Tart depart from the Tuatha Dé and begin their journey to the Balor region. Lugh dyes his white hair into brown by using magic to conceal his identity. As Lugh and Tart begin their lives in the Balor region, a girl named Maha and her friends work hard to make a living in the merchant town Multu because they are all orphans or their families abandoned them. Unfortunately, they are captured by a group of bandits and taken to an orphanage, which turns out to be a front for a prostitution ring. There all the girls, except Maha, are forced into prostitution jobs under the heel of the local noble, which deeply traumatizes them and even causes one of them, Noin, to scar her own face with a sickle if it means not having to work as a prostitute. 2 years later, Maha is eventually found by Lugh, under the alias of Ilig Balor, but before Lugh can buy her, the director of the orphanage wants to spend the night with her. Fortunately, Lugh saves Maha with Tart's help. He is able to expose the noble's crimes and get him arrested. As the prostitution ring is shut down, Lugh heals the scar on Noin's face, and Maha finds a new home with him. Upon the request of Balorbaimnek, Lugh saves his son Beruid from a grave illness by using the medical techniques of Tuatha Dé, and in return, asks Balor to let his name be added in family records of Balor for a lifetime. As Lugh continues his life as Ilig Balor, he comes up with the idea of opening a cosmetics shop at Multu in order to both increase profits for the Balor family and fund his assassination duties. He also introduces lotions, moisturizers, and sweets to the new world, giving his shop, Orna, a massive boost in sales and a huge advantage in the market in only 6 months after its opening. However, spies hired by rival businesses attempt to infiltrate Lugh's home to discover the secrets of his success. With the help of Tart and Maha, Lugh captures at least one spy but is unable to gain any useful information from him, even after subjecting him to torture. As his business grows, Lugh temporarily leaves Multu and visits Dia in order to increase his magical knowledge. To his own surprise, the next morning he discovers that he ejaculated while Maha and Tart slept alongside him, implying that Lugh has reached the age of adulthood. Having established a prosperous business at Multu, Lugh decides that his life as Ilig Balor has come to an end and chooses to return to Tuatha Dé to continue his training as an assassin. He leaves Maha in charge of Orna, knowing that she plans to expand the business into other regions, and promises he will come to visit her. On their way home, Lugh and Tart are attacked by a pack of wolves, but Tart easily kills them, and Lugh observes that monster attacks on human settlements have become more frequent, suspecting that the hero will show up soon. Upon his return, Lugh is welcomed by his mother and is summoned to his father's study, where Kiin gives him the choice to give up on the life of an assassin and instead live peacefully as a merchant. Kiin admits being too old to do something else with his life, but Lugh is still free to choose his own path. However, Lugh chooses to keep his current lifestyle, admitting that he has fallen in love with Dia and he won't be able to marry her if he doesn't possess the privileges of the Alvin Kingdom's aristocracy. Kiin accepts his son's choice and gives Lugh his first target as a fully trained assassin. Lugh's first target as an assassin is Count Asbavenkor, an aristocrat who has been selling military secrets to neighboring kingdoms in exchange for Visaine, a drug that he distributes throughout the kingdom. Using Maha's information network, Lugh decides to investigate the Count by himself and determine whether or not the target truly deserves assassination. Lugh and Tart visit Pir, the second largest merchant town in the kingdom, and takes down a criminal group selling Visaine, but not before seeing the effects of the drug on a poor girl's mother. Sometime later, Lugh and Maha travel to the Count's mansion under the pretense of selling Orna's products, which proves to be a success for Orna. As night falls, Lugh silently assassinates Count Venkor with his newest weapon, a sniper rifle, but takes the time to watch the grieving wife's reaction. Tart puts her hands on his head while he is still lost in thoughts to comfort him. Lugh asks Tart why she did it, to which she replies that he seemed a bit lonely, that's why she did it. While Lugh does not regret taking the Count's life, he promises never to forget this particular mission, as it was the first assassination he performed as a free man rather than as an unfeeling tool. Lugh and Tart spend a full month on a deserted island as part of their assassin training, and upon returning to the mainland, Maha gives them information about a divine treasure, a tool of unmeasurable power, that Lugh has been trying to purchase for some time. This divine treasure, a magical spear called Gay Balg, is in possession of Satanta Magnus, a renowned warrior suspected of becoming the legendary hero. Lugh also discovers that the Viekone region is involved in a war and rushes to Dia's house, offering her a way to escape should the war reach her doorstep. Dia refuses to abandon her home, stating her obligations to her family and people. Even so, Lugh and Dia decide to enjoy themselves on a date. They spent a whole day together doing things like playing games and taking a bath in a giant hot spring while expressing their desire to stay together for the rest of their lives. As Lugh returns home, he still thinks he can help Dia escape from the war, but Dia has already taken steps to defend herself by fortifying her hometown. Sometime later, a wounded soldier asks the Tuatha Dé family to assassinate Dia. Kian explains that Dia's father ordered the assassination of his own daughter as an attempt to stop the civil war currently afflicting the Awakens region. Since the Tuatha Dé family has always had the option to reject missions depending on their interests, Lugh realizes that Dia's death will ultimately fail to stop the war and deduces he can use this mission to save her. He makes his decision and tells his father that he will save her. Lugh's father is surprised to see his son's decision, as he also made the same decision in the past to save Esri, Lugh's mother. Tart, acknowledging Lugh's feelings for Dia, helps him reach the Awakens region in a way that helps him conserve his magical energy, and Lugh finds that the Awakens mansion is under siege but is able to make his way to Dia while keeping casualties to a minimum. As Lugh leaves, Tart breaks into tears because she loves him so much, but unfortunately Lugh loves Dia. Meanwhile, Maha's information network has gathered details about the divine treasure Lugh has been looking for, and Maha decides to relay her findings to Lugh immediately by using messenger pigeons. Lugh and Dia's father come up with a plan to fake her death and safely sneak her into the Tuatha Dé region. Unfortunately, the arrival of Satanta Magnus thwarts the plan before they can enact it. They are suddenly attacked by the divine weapon, but Lugh barely manages to stop it by using a rose grenade made from far stone. Even the massive firepower from the bombardment cannon couldn't deal critical damage to Satanta because he possesses the rare S-class skill Berserker that boosts his power and defense. As Satanta is the wielder of Gay Bolg, Lugh knows that he will not survive a direct confrontation with him, so he fires a magnetically propelled tungsten projectile into the atmosphere and stalls Satanta long enough for it to obliterate him. Lugh gets caught in the explosion but manages to avoid serious injuries while losing consciousness. Later, Dia heals his wounds and he finally comes back to his senses. Afterward, the Tuatha Dé family adopts Dia under the guise of being Lugh's younger sister, completing the mission. Sometime later, Lugh is surprised to receive word that the hero, Lord Epona Rhiannon, has arrived in the Alvan Kingdom, although he thought Satanta was the hero. With this situation in place, Lugh must master more skills to defeat the hero. So guys, this is it for today's video. If you liked the recap, give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more anime recaps. Farewell till the next video, bye.